What's going on, world? AJ here, and welcome back to the channel here on the AJ Show. And today we're just going to give an update on the channel and what's going on in my corner world. And we have hit a milestone with the channel, so stay tuned for that. Get yourself a beverage out, sit back, relax, and let's go. All right, first up here, let me, holy cow, let me go back here. Oh, here we go. That works. Go back to the home page here of the channel. So the milestone celebration, I want you to look at this number. What does that say? 100 subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you for following this channel. I know not every video is everybody's cup of tea. And I've had some subscribers subscribe. I've had some subscribers unsubscribe, and it is what it is. I had 102 originally. I broke the 100, and then two of them fell off. That's cool, whatever. But hey, I'm just happy that we hit 100. I had said to myself last year, because when things started taking off a little bit more last year, it was last year that I noticed, man, things are changing on the channel. We get more viewership on certain things. And it was that pure playing video that really took off. I don't even know what the viewership is on that one anymore. I'll have to take a look at that stats here when we get to the stats and stuff here. But yeah, things started changing on this channel. More people are starting to subscribe. More people starting to comment and like stuff. And, maybe I'm putting out the right content, or the algorithm's finally picking up somewhere. I don't know. Doesn't make sense to me sometimes, but anyways, but I do this channel for free. I don't get paid. I don't get monetized or nothing like that. I just do it for free as a hobby. This is just what I do on the side for fun. And I know that more stuff is geared towards Legos and technology anymore. And honestly, that's probably the direction we're heading for the channel, is more Legos and technology related stuff, because I love it. I love both. I love Legos. I love technology. I will probably pepper in some video game stuff here and there. And talk about some Legend of Zelda stuff at times, which I haven't really done in a long while, except for when I did the Lego Deku Tree with only 20 people viewed. I'm just surprised by that, but whatever. It's all right. And honestly, I don't think it was my best work, honestly, when I filmed that one. I don't know. I kind of felt a little off on that video. But again, not every video is a winner. Some of these, I'll be real, some of these suck. Some of them are not my best work. I noticed, you probably noticed the logo changes. I threw up this one. This is the AJ Tech logo. Made this kind of the primary logo for the channel because I like it better than what this one came out as, the AJ Show type of logo. These are AI generated logos, Copilot made, and this was the winner. I'm like, I like that. It was time to move on from what logo? Trying to find that logo here. Was it on this homepage? Yeah, this old one right here. I actually designed that old one. This one right here keeps, I know, going, but this one right here, I keep moving my mouse over. That logo. I designed that one myself, and that's kind of how I sign anymore at times, is I just throw the AJ and the X's under whenever I sign for stuff. It's just easier for me. Because my regular signature, it's become a doctor's signature when you can't freaking read it, and really you just simply see the A and the J, and the rest of it just scribbles. Like, might just do A, J, and X. So that's kind of how I did that one right there. But yeah, so as for the state of the channel, yes, we broke 100 subscribers, and again, I'd like to thank everybody who's subscribed, who's commented, who's liked, who's disliked even, or who had some negative things to say about things, all right? Saying pure plank's a cheat. Well, you know what, sir? Use concrete to plank then. Oh, goodness. That was a fun comment to read. I was like, really? It's a cheat? Okay. Keep using concrete floors. I love pure plank. I'm going to plug it. Pure plank is amazing. It's helped me stabilize my core and really helped me engage and focus in and just be able to withstand using this support. Yes, can it be classified as a cheat? Sure, it could be. But you tell that to Adam Copeland or AK Edge and Christian. You go tell them yourselves that it's a cheat. I dare you. And I got the Pure Plank t-shirts now, and I'm so excited to just wear those out in public. And if anybody asks about Pure Plank, it's like, what's that shirt? It's like, oh, let me tell you about Pure Plank. Go to pureplank.com and plug it in. It's the one product that I love plugging that I don't get paid for at all to do, because I believe in the product and that's what I do. So, but yeah, so again, my channel has become more of Legos. Keep seeing it. All right, we're going to keep doing Legos. We're going to keep doing a little bit of gaming stuff here. I might throw in a random video here of whatever. Who knows? I ran out of Michael Tito-Bottom books from Sonic the Hedgehog. Those are done, so you'll never see those again. As far as the random characters of Rocky the Raccoon, which is a puppet, sure you didn't hear me, or the curse itself that it only shows up at Halloween, you know, they may come back. They may be back here later on down the road. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go check out my Halloween episodes. Go check out last year's, because both appear when I did Bloodstained Curse of the Moon review. I'm not even sure what I'm doing for Halloween this year. I'm kind of thinking, because the whole Castlevania Curse thing ended, and we decided to switch gears to Bloodstained Curse of the Moon, and I got cursed to have a co-host with the puppet, Rocky the Raccoon. That was the curse. So I'm thinking this time around we're doing Haunted Castle, even though it's not technically a Castlevania name, but it's still Castlevania, and that's probably going to be the workaround. Is you're going to get cursed with Haunted Castle this year. I'm like, but it's a Castlevania-based game, and like, but it's Haunted Castle. Yeah. Anyways, still trying to figure out those plans for whatever I'm going to do for Halloween this year. And of course, Christmas. I always just do a holiday special here and there. Toss in a video for that, for those seasons. As far as the technology side of things is concerned, this right here. Oh man, I loved this episode, and I loved building the Linux server, and that was a fun one that I did. You got 289 views. This one really blew up, and if we go, let's go ahead and move over to the analytics here, things under your videos. There it is. One person disliked it. What, you don't like Linux? Want to use a Windows server? I'm just kidding. But no, for those of you, thank you guys for the 10 likes, comments and stuff, as always on the videos. I don't always comment back, and probably should do that a little bit more. It's just I don't know what to reply back with. Sometimes I'm like, so I just throw up the like or whatever to you. So just know that I do read the comments. Just know that I may or may not reply. I'll at least maybe give you a thumbs up, for your comment. Thank you for your comment, whether negative or not. Don't care. Because again, not every video is everybody's cup of tea. Everybody has their own opinions on things. If they don't like Linux, cool. You don't like Linux, whatever. Or you didn't like how I built it, whatever. Don't like how they use VirtualBox to showcase how I built it. Again, whatever. It doesn't matter to me on how it gets done. But I do want to advocate one thing, Network Chuck. I want you guys, if you're interested in technology at all, go check out Network Chuck. I'm going to plug Network Chuck because when it came down to career change, and I changed my career trajectory within the same company, that I work for. I still work for the same company the last 6 years. And, my main role was doing front desk work, bumped up to supervisor of the front desk team, hopped around different locations here and there. And then I decided, there was a lot of changes were coming down the pipeline and stuff. And I decided, I'm just going to figure out how to get my foot in the door in IT, because I didn't want to get into that for so many years, to get my foot in the door of IT ever since high school. And I just thought it was near impossible. until I decided, screw that, I'm going to figure it out, and decided to put in the work and scrolling through YouTube, came across Network Chuck and subscribed and just started learning how to do VM stuff like VirtualBox and other things from his channel. And I came across David Bombal, another YouTube network guy who posts out some really good content out there. And then of course, as you can tell, the path that we're going down, eventually, about spring of this year, I got promoted up to being network administrator. So yeah, my career trajectory went into networking, which I honestly enjoy. I love doing networking. It's a fun career to go into, and just to see how things work and communicate, and how to connect and route devices, IP addresses, MAC addresses, all that fun stuff, and putting together network racks has been a lot of fun for me in configuring switches and routers, or MXs, if you will. And it's all Cisco products that we use at the company, and we use Cisco Meraki's, which is really fun. I love the GUI interface of it. There's not really any command line stuff, even though I do enjoy learning command line stuff from like taking the course, doing CBT Nuggets course of Network Plus. They teach you the Cisco command line, which honestly you should learn. You should learn how to do that along with navigating Cisco Meraki's GUI. Uh, so, but just having a GUI interface is so much easier. But I do enjoy the command line a lot. I do enjoy the command line screen. That's kind of what turned me on to like the command prompt screen, and also the terminal screen in Linux, is learning how to write commands and do different things and functionalities. And so, because I have an old equipment sitting around, and Windows 10 is as far as it's going to go, that's why I did a Linux server. And it's been a lot of fun with it. And I've broken it a few times already, just experimenting. I've messed up my firewall, had to go rebuild the firewall. I've flushed out the IP tables trying to resolve an issue, and I'm like, crap, and I got to go reapply some permissions and settings again because I can't RDP anymore and I can't access my files anymore. And I had to go troubleshoot those issues and figure out those things. So I've been doing a lot of configuring of firewalls, configuring a lot of connection issues that I've ran into, and it's been a lot of fun. It has been a lot of hands-on fun. And of course, how do I figure out how to do it? Sure, you could just go online and Google search it or YouTube it, but man, I was like, what? Let's use AI. So Copilot, I just started chatting with Copilot. Not everything, they're not going to be 100% accurate on a lot of things, but it gives you at least a general guideline to where to start looking and digging into the problems and such. And so that's where, I feel, definitely with AI really coming in the pipeline. And have we not learned from Terminator? I don't know. But AI is a great tool to have. As long as it's used properly and not like how it ended up in Terminator movies, all right, I think we'll be all right. But yeah, it has been a lot of fun with that. But yeah, I highly recommend checking out Network Chuck, David Bombal. There's a lot of other great ones that are out there on YouTube. CBTnuggets.com for some great IT training and certifications. I still need to get my Net Plus certification completed. Of course it's finished. I just got to actually freaking do the test. And I've been jumping into CCNA already on some stuff. But also networkchuck.com, if you go to his website, he has an academy there. It's fairly cheap and it's a good resource. I've been using that one for like going through CCNA stuff because there's a CCNA track in there too, and it's pretty decent. It's pretty decent. So I highly recommend that as well for those who are looking into getting into networking or getting into any sort of career path in technology. And so I highly, or just do it for fun on the side. I mean, that's how it started for me. And people kept saying, "Oh, you should go work in IT. You should go work in IT." It's like, I tried. I can't get my foot in the door. Well, you figured out the code. All right, you figure out the code and get in there. There's a code. Now you just have to really work at it and just really prove your worth. And basically, when it all comes down to it, it's skill set. You could have all the certifications you want, but if you can't freaking do the job and then show the skills, it ain't gonna be worth a darn. I'll tell you that right now. It is all skills based. So, you can go to college for it if you want, or you go to the other routes and just do what I do and do these online variations like ACI Learning, CBT Nuggets, Network Shuck even, and just work on getting certs and lab at home. Play around with things at home. Build yourself a Linux server and such. But anyways, continuing on with this, I mean, I'm 15 minutes in. Good gosh, this is going to be a long episode. It's okay. But I just want to talk about that side of things as well. Is technology, and that's kind of the whole premise of this channel. Since I spun off to AJ Tech, is just kind of build that resume of, hey, this is what I know. It's not just a channel for people to just watch, but also maybe learn, maybe it helps somebody, when it comes to technology. But it's also my resume, if you will. You could, hey, go view my my playlist of my tech videos. This is here what I know how to do, what I've experimented with, what I know. It's a good way to build things as well. And also, I'm really starting to appreciate LinkedIn a little bit more too. Off topic, I know, but LinkedIn is basically a good resume builder as well, for employers to find you. So, couple job tips right there if you're looking at a break in somewhere. But yeah, here it is, revisited Pure Plank, which I wanted to do a new refresh video of that. Again, look at the views, tremendous. Somebody doesn't like Pure Plank because it's called it a cheat. Whatever, use concrete then. Use concrete floors. God, go hardcore. I use concrete floors. All right. They didn't say that, I did. But yeah, Super Mario World video. 6 views. Thank you guys. This is the final entry of the Michael Bottom Sonic the Hedgehog book. We wrap that series up. We're done with it. Basement renovation. Man, it's just crazy just thinking about how earlier this year we were renovating this basement, and here we are now. Sorry about the laundry basket sitting back there. Just now noticed this laundry basket in the background. But yeah, as far as the channel is concerned, here's what we're looking at moving forward. We're going to continue to do technology videos. Whatever. All right. I need to do more shorts and figure out the best way to do those. Because those have been really, really good. People hate Lego mechs apparently, but I love them. All right, to each its own. But yeah, so more technology videos are coming. AJ Tech is here to stay because I enjoy it. Shorts, we're going to try to do some more shorts of different variations. As far as AJ show is concerned, we're pivoting to Legos. I mean, I'm sorry, but we're just going to pivot over to Legos a lot more. I'm going to bring back some classic sets that I own and talk about those. There's still going to be some video game stuff related in here because I love that. And speaking of video games, whoever asked for the Virtual Boy to come back from the Nintendo Direct from yesterday, why? Why? If you haven't heard or seen that, go check it out on Nintendo's YouTube. They're bringing back the Virtual Boy from 1995 for the online service, and they got the whole device coming to buy. We don't need it. It failed in 95. It only released 14 games. Oh, goodness. So there's going to be some video game stuff. And probably whatever random thing that happens, that I decide to do a video on. So, other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing. continue to stay subscribed. If it's a video that you don't care about, you don't have to watch it. It's fine. I'm not going to get offended. If you want to comment, feel free. If you want to like or dislike, feel free. All right. And that's all I got to say. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for the 100 subs. Have yourselves a great day. And take care.